Hang on, let me get that off of that. Right folks, if you've been watching the news, you'll realise it's pretty damn busy for the old Bill in London at the moment. And the weather's not exactly great just now. So I've not been out on the bike. So, what I thought I'd do, I've had a lot of questions. I thought I'd review this thing. My lid, the Shoei Hornet Adventure. So, this is what I think.
I'm an alligator. Oh, mama, calling for you. I'm a space invader. I'll be the rock and roll beat for you. Keep your mouth shut.
Right, let's get on with it. Okay folks, you asked, I give. Here's a review of the Hornet Shoei Adventure. Picked this up in November at the NEC bike show. I got it for a good deal, 310 quid. It's going at the moment, I've seen in Get Geared and places like that, for around about 450, 460, so it was a hell of a good saving. I've got it in the matte black, no paint job on it. I like to be a little bit different, so I get it plain and either get a paint job on it, or, as I'll probably do with this, put some vinyls and things like that on it. But anyway, I think, personally, looks cracking. Love the styling of it with the peak. Never used to like any of this. Again, I used to take the mickey out of them as well as people on GS's and the like. Now I've become one of them. But I've got to say, I do like it. With the peak on it, I don't notice any real effect on my riding, in the sense that I don't feel much resistance from the wind. I've had friends who've got helmets with the peaks on them. They couldn't ride with them because you know, the wind resistance kept snapping the neck back. But unless you've got a neck like a straw, then I don't notice any difference on it. When you're really getting a lick on, like 120 plus, then you start feeling, you know, you start feeling it if you lift your head up. But when you're doing that sort of speed, I tend to be crouched down anyway. So I don't notice any difference. Maybe it's a Shoei thing, I don't know. There's plenty of vents. There's plenty of vents around the lid. At the top here to allow the air through, so I don't feel any different. And for me, riding early in the morning and late at night, coming home after a night duty or heading into work, when the sun's low, I find this a godsend because I just dip my head a little bit and it shields me from the brightness of the sun. What else about it? Styling wise, it's got quite a nice angular profile to it. As you can see there, very deep chin, which again adds quite a lot of protection to the mic, which is located in there, if you can see. Inside the lid itself, loads and loads of padding everywhere. All of this padding comes out as it does with most Shoeis. You can take it out, wash it, freshen the whole lid up, whack it back in there. And it also means, as I said in one of the other vids, when you're wiring in comms or the camera and the microphone and things like that, you can take all the lining out, feed all the wires through, and then replace the lining, and it keeps it all nice and neat. D-ring fastening, nice and simple, standard. And it's also got the emergency red toggles. So if you do have a spill and they need to take your helmet off, the emergency services know these little red togs. Pull the togs and that automatically releases the cheek pads. They can slide out and then you can take the helmet off nice and easy. Very good safety feature that. Venting. Now, the vents. There are two vents on this. One that's at the top, nice and easy, which opens up the vent at the top here, and the other one here. There. And there, that's your chin one. For me, I think it's a very hot lid. That's been my one criticism of this lid. It's hot. I don't feel the air rushing by my face like I did with the Xspirit, and I have to continually crack the visor open a little bit like that just to try and get some air coming through. I'm off to Spain in May and June with chicken strips, so it's going to be hot there, and I think that's going to be a factor when I'm away there. This is going to be a hot lid, but that's about my only criticism. Wind noise, I think inside the helmet it's quieter than the Xspirit 2, to be honest with you. I'm aware of a lot of wind noise round the outside of the lid, if that makes any sense, but actually past my ears, like into the lid and through, I think it's quieter than the way more expensive Xspirit 2 or Xspirit 3 that it is now. It's quite heavy. I mean, I do have the camera on it and the comm system, but just naturally it's a lot heavier than the Xspirit 2. Hang on, let's go and find out how much it weighs. 1.9 kilograms. That's pretty heavy for a lid, but in all honesty, as I said, I don't feel it when I'm riding, I really don't. So covered costs, covered styling, covered events, covered the padding. One more criticism I have. I've got a pin lock fitted inside here. You know the pin locks, the anti-mist liner you put inside the visor. They work brilliant, they really are great. Get one if you haven't got one, they're awesome. However, on this lid, when it's shut all the way down, and this has definitely got something to do with the venting issue, it starts to steam up here. And the inside, it starts steaming up from there, and that eventually starts creeping up. And that's just in the eye line where I'm looking down at things like the speedo and that sort of stuff. So that is a criticism, especially when I get into town and you slow the speed down. I have to crack the visor open all the time to try and demist that little section. I don't know what that is. I might actually pop down Helmet City and have a chat with them. Maybe there's something in the venting that I've just missed, probably. Yeah, so that's about it really, to be honest with you. It's a really good looking lid. I got it at Steel. I think it's something different styling wise than a lot of the other lids that are out there. Matches the adventure style bike to a T. Looks really good with the leathers. Yeah, I definitely give it the Teapot thumbs up. Good lid. Don't know if you've been following the Facebook, but from the 13th to 17th of May, I'm going to be doing a round the UK ride. Starting at Land's End, about 8:30, 9 o'clock, Saturday 13th. Do Southwest day 1 into Wales, day 2 Wales, Midlands, into Southwest Scotland. Day 3 up the west of Scotland, John O'Groats, back down the east, probably towards Inverness way. Day 4 down into the northeast of England, down the west. You alright, Nudge? He's my boy. Day 5, down into the southeast and home. Here's a rough route, showing you roughly where I'm going to be. A couple of people have got in touch already. The idea is I want to meet up with as many of you bikers in the UK as possible. Get in touch if I'm going to be in your area at a time that you can do. Let's meet up. We'll go out, we'll ride your favourite roads, show me the bike scene. It'll literally only be for a couple of hours. I'll black through, document it all, do some filming, get you on camera if you don't mind. I will blur number plates, don't worry about that. Let's show off a little bit of what this beautiful island has got to offer the biker. So get in touch either in the comments down below, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, I will be Facebooking and YouTubing live most days, and my aim is to vlog every single day. Old Baron Von Grumble's nicking my idea here. I told him about this idea a couple of years ago when I first got back, and I noticed that he's just said he's going to start doing it. So I thought I'd get in there first. Cheers, Chris. So folks, if you've enjoyed it, remember to subscribe, click the bell icon, and that will notify you every time there's a new vid. Thank you very much to everybody for all your support across all the platforms. The Facebook's gone daft, it's 75,000 likes now. The YouTube has gone from 800 to over 5,000 subscribers in the space of not even 6 months now, about 5 months, which is brilliant. Thank you so much for all your support. Keep sharing the vids, keep telling all your friends, and remember, live your life. See you next week, folks.